àbí àtọ̀nà sí dáadáa. Kí ló máa wá ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí sì ni ìjọba Ṣèyí Mákindé kí ni wọ́n sọ? Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la máa yànnàná. Ẹ kú kàlẹ̀ jókòó dáadáa. Ẹ kú ti mẹ́ni ẹni. This is YS Live. This morning we're going to look at Oyo Agon Supreme Court judgment. Reactions, facts, and facts. Which way? Yes. I'm going to take us back to some dates to remind us about the issues, how it started, and where we are now. And of course, yes, what is the position of the present government in Oyo State? I'm talking about the government of Engineer Ṣèyí Mákindé. What's the position of the present government? Looking at the local government election, are we still going ahead for that set date, 22nd, I guess, or rather, I was informed, 22nd. Is it still 22nd? For this judgment, are we postponing or are we still going ahead with the election? If we are going ahead with the election, are we not looking at it from this angle of some people will be left out, or are we taking it from the angle of, yes, it was open to them, they should have taken their forms and shown their intention? Okay. We're going to look at issues like that. But let me remind us, my name is Yemi Sonde, and I have in the studios about 3 guests. I will start with 2 guests, and at the end of the day, I will come to the Algon Chairman in Oyo State, Honorable Abbas Aleshinloye, Algon Chairman in Oyo State, that took the current government to the courts for this and that reasons. But for now, I'm going to be speaking with Honorable Rotimi Johnson Ojasope from the PDP. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. And of course, from the APC family, I have Fatai Adeshokan.
Good morning.
So,
good morning, Nigerians.
I for this discussion, I deliberately said, okay, of course, even before now, I've been inviting people from the PDP, but for one reason or the other, we were not able to have any of the PDP people on this program. But thank God today, we have one of the PDP family, so we can have a balanced discussion here. So Sarah Man is there from the APC, and of course, my brother from the PDP family is there. Let me remind us of some dates. I will start from that. Then we look at issues and where we are and where we are going. On the 12th of May 2018, council members elected for a 3-year tenure. That was 12th of May 2018. By 6th May 2019, they obtained a High Court judgment restraining the governor and the House of Assembly from sacking them. 6th May 2019. By May 29, 2019, they were sacked by Makinde, Engineer Ṣèyí Mákindé, 2 years before their tenure expires. Note that. By May 31st, 2019, APC wrote the police and the Department of State Services about the dissolution. By June 18, 2019, the state government appealed the May 6, 2019 judgment. By December 16, 2019, while the litigation was going on, Makinde appointed caretaker councils for the local government. That was 16th December 2019. By 19th December 2019, police warned Algon members against taking law into their hands. That was the day after Engineer Ṣèyí Mákindé directed his members to return. Okay, that was days after, about 2 days after. But before then, December 18, 2019, Algon directed his members to also return to their offices with the aim of preventing appointed caretaker members from replacing them. Yes, I brought the Algon chairman on the program during that period, I can remember. Okay, so 2019 December, 19, the police warned the Algon members against taking law into their hands. By January 14, 2020, Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Abubakar Malami's son, wrote Governor Makinde urging him to reverse his decision on the sack, saying it was illegal. That was January 14, 2020. I brought all this back so that we can know where we were, where we were coming from, where we are, and where we are going. By 27th January 2020, based on Malami's letter, Algon members resumed at their offices. That was 27th January 2020. But by the 28th January 2020, Oyo State government sought a 14-day injunction restraining Algon from returning to office. That was 28th January 2020. By February 5, 2020, the state government opted for an out-of-court settlement. February 5, 2020. The state government opted for an out-of-court settlement. By 10th of February 2020, negotiation broke down. Why? They came on this program and they talked about it. We'll come back to it. We have your voices here. February 20, 2020, Algon wrote state government saying pay off without a court order was a violation of anti-corruption law. That was 20th February 2020. Algon wrote the state government that paying off without a court order was a violation of anti-corruption law. By February 21, 2020, government asked for more time to explore out-of-court settlements. That government of Yemi Sonde asked for more time to explore out-of-court settlements. By 10th of February 2021, Supreme Court reserved judgment for May 7, 2021. And by February 15, 2021, state government fixed May 15, 2021 for local government election. That was February 15, 2021. The state government fixed May 15, 2021 for local government election. By May 7, a few days ago, 2021, Supreme Court delivered judgments. What was the judgment? Supreme Court nullifies Makinde's sack of local government LCDA executives in Oyo State. What are the issues? The Supreme Court nullified the removal of elected local government and local government development area executives in Oyo State. In a unanimous judgment, the Supreme Court described the sacking of the local government and LCDA executives and their replacement by caretaker committees as illegal. The court also fined Oyo State government the sum of 20 million naira for perpetrating illegality and impunity. All right. These are issues, so many issues after this judgment. And we're going to look at it from this and that angles. A lot of reactions following this judgment. And we are going to look at every part of the judgment, every statement of that judgment. And we'll look at some reactions from different angles. Some had alleged that Oyo State will pay 3.7 billion naira needless debt through illegal sacking of local government council. Is that right? Is that correct? We'll look at those issues. But meanwhile, the Oyo State government also said that APC was jubilating a zero success. Yes, there's a release from a PDP spokesperson, I think Akim. He said, Oyo APC should bury his head in shame for claiming fake victory. PDP blasts opposition party leaders. Says Makinde earlier offered them same thing they got from Supreme Court. The People's Democratic Party, PDP in Oyo State, has asked leaders of the opposition, All Progressive Congress in the state, to bury their heads in shame for proclaiming a spurious victory on the May 7 ruling of the Supreme Court on the tussle over local council administration in the state. The state publicity secretary of the PDP, Engineer Akim Olatunji, who stated this on Saturday, said that Governor Seyi Makinde deserved to be hailed as a special prophet who saw tomorrow because he had earlier offered the Stag Argon chairman the same conditions they got from the Apex Court on Friday. It will be recalled that Engineer Seyi Makinde had asked the state negotiation team set up to find out of court settlement. I read that earlier. At the earlier stage of his trial, to propose the upfront payment of the salaries of the embattled Argon chairman, but they were misadvised by the greedy leaders whose target was the treasury of the local government. It's obvious the Governor Makinde actually saw tomorrow, Olatunji said. So these are reactions, different reactions. I have a lot of reactions there. And I'm going to take each of these reactions one after the other. The reaction of the Argon chairman, Adelabu had reacted. A lot of people too had reacted. OISEC chairman replies, Akala, Alawakala had reacted, and the OISEC chairman had. So I'm going to take it one after the other. But for now, we're going to have this discussion in the studios. Honorable Rotimi Johnson, Ojasokwe, and Sair Rahman. So good morning, my brothers.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sure we've come here to have a discussion.
Of course.
And in the interest of the states.
Yes.
Without bias.
Yes.
Without throwing stones and throwing stones with words or words with stones. But of course, we want to discuss this in the interest of the state and look at the issues abound holistically and truthfully. Yes, I will start with you, APC. The judgments, what's your own reaction, personally?
Thank you very much. Fantastic one. And that is involvement of our democratic culture. And kudos to APC, particularly Algon, under the leadership of my brother Ebo, Abbas Ayodeji Aleshiloye, and our leaders, particularly our late leader, the Kosheleri, Akomji, Omolodomejo, may you so rest in perfect peace, Biola Ajimobi, and our stakeholders, critical stakeholders, from Bayo Adelabu Penkelemesi, FCA, to His Excellency Alawakala, to Joseph Tegbe, and the likes, numerous to mention. And myself, Fatah Adeshoko. And having said that, I think we need to remember we are progressives, we are Democrats, we are patriots, Nigerian patriots indeed. We abide by the Supreme Court judgments, regardless of our reservations, but at least it was a score point for democratic life, particularly nascent democracy. That took us back to where democracy actually began, during the Greek Empire. The rule of law has to be entrenched. Whoever wants peace in society must come with sanity. You can't just come, wake up in a day, and just sack another tier of government. That itself is impeachable offense on the part of our governor, His Excellency, Engineer Seyi Abiodun Makinde. By now, in a Senate claim, he ought to have been impeached for illegality of subversion of Nigerian constitution, so vis-a-vis sacking illegally the power he doesn't have from the Supreme Court judgment, which I watched live on Zoom that I joined. It was clearly stated. I felt so sad, coupled with the fact that what former Governor Ayodele Fauci described my governor, His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde, about. And the Supreme Court, if you listen to the Supreme Court judgment, you feel embarrassed as a Oyo State resident or as an Oyo State indigene that our governor was being labeled, was being trashed live, where over 5,000 people joined. That it is usurpation and illegality of the highest order for any governor whatsoever to wake up and sack, purportedly, a duly elected local government chairman. That it is only competent court of jurisdiction that has this power to have actually pronounced those elections invalid or fake, not an executive governor of a state. So, but going forward, it tells us more what we stand for as APC, We lost election in these states. We didn't went to town to be fomenting trouble. We were sacked illegally from our local governments. We went to court. I mean, we recall that Alex Shiloh is from Ife, OAU, Great Ife. He was one of the unionists then on campus in the early 90s with Adeola Sheton, leadership SVG. So what we are saying is we want our people participating democracy. You see, it tells us more about our person, our personalities. Sometimes I wonder, this my Egbo Jasope, what is looking for in PDP? It is not a...
No, but don't buy him. Don't try to buy him.
Don't try to... He's my brother. I know what I'm talking about.
Patronize him.
Because the PDP has shown to us that they are den of undemocratic elements. They are den of usurpation of constitutional duties as enshrined in the Nigerian constitution. So by and large, you will see the drama being played from the PDP secretariat. How can a reasonable Nigerian issue such a statement? Ojasope, I will come back to you. You are a PR consultant. Yemi Sonde, from time memorial, we've had Yemi Sonde on radio with Ambrose Mede for over 30 years. How can a reasonable publicist of a political party issue such a reckless statement, playing down potency in democratic judgment of the apex court in the land, claiming what he was not on Facebook? I've sent message to Akim Olatuji that if by ending of next month he doesn't retract some of the statement on Facebook, I'll take him to court, because you can't just be using blasphemy simply because you want to suit your paymaster at Agodi government house. That is not how democracy is played. When we lost election, Ajimobi lost election, he was said to have lost election, even though we know the hula balu behind the election. We didn't foment any trouble. We went to tribunal. Adelabu was at the tribunal.
Ajimobi did the same thing.
Of course. So and if they lost at the Supreme Court, it is uncharitable, it is undemocratic for PDP as a whole in Oyo State, and for the government, Taiwan Desai in particular, for him to have issued a reckless statement that Governor Seyi Makinde had offered. What Governor Seyi Makinde offered was illegal. And by now, those actions by the governor, I'm going to write, not even as APC, but as a resident of Oyo State, I'll write to Debo Ogundoyin for posterity's sake. He's a young man of 35 years old. By now, they should compute whatever in the House of Assembly to impeach the governor for illegality committed in our constitution.
I don't want to have that on this platform.
Yes, I'm doing that.
I don't want to have that on this platform. Whatever has to do with that should be done in the House.
Yes.
This is not a platform to call for impeachment.
No, please. I'm telling you what we're doing.
Just note that I think I don't want that on this platform. Now, before we go for this break, I will come to Fatai Adeshoko. Sorry, Honorable Rotimi Johnson, Ojasope. Your instant reaction when you heard about the judgment, what was it?
Well, I congratulated my friends in the APC because it has been a very long struggle. Though I also describe it at different, fora as a return from an ego trip because it was a needless struggle that could, this same jubilation they could have had over a year ago. But nonetheless, they preferred to go to the court because according to the details you read out, the highlight you read out, they had the offer in February last year. They turned it down. But they said they prefer to go to the court. I congratulate them because it is a step forward for our democracy, anyhow you look at it. So as a Nigerian...
A step forward?
Yeah, yes.
Step forward.
It's a step forward because this is the first time in Oyo State. This is not the first time we are sacking elected local government officials in Oyo State. But this is the first time we are having a judgment that is a policy judgment that, consequent government administrations can adhere to if they are so willing. And one thing you also have at the back of your mind is that you have a Supreme Court judgment does not mean something will not happen again.
Like?
That a man was convicted of manslaughter does not mean somebody else will not commit it. So abiding by the rule of law is a gallantry step on behalf of the governor to say, look, I'm abiding by it. He could have just kept quiet. Even if he knows in his mind that he's going to abide by it. You understand? Because this is Nigeria. We've had this so bad that we celebrate mediocrity most of the time in this country. And if you're condemning the PDP, yes, you have had your judgment. So what is all this nerve, stretching your nerve? You have been congratulated. You have been assured that you'll be paid. So what's the overeating the polity? Just because you are still going to get your money, the money that you are supposed to use for something, productive, you still want to go and spend again to go to court. I laugh at them at the SSCs, but it is good because when you have a gentleman governor, a gentleman leader that abides by the law, he was offering out of court settle. I've never had that before. The sitting governor in Oyo State.
Are you aware that, like I read, the Argon wrote the state government that's paying off without a court order was a violation of anti-corruption law?
Yes, I heard that. And that's why I said they prefer to go to court before being paid. But on behalf of the state government, whether you prefer to go to the court or you get paid out of court settlement, the same expenses, the same cost is to the state government. They are more than willing.
Was it the same cost the state government was willing to pay the Argon chairman, or different from what?
No, I wouldn't know the details of the financial implications.
It's the same thing.
No, I mean from the part of the government that the willingness to pay is there.
I think I have to chip in this.
Then talking about before you ship in anything, before you, and when he was blasting about impeachable offenses, I was just laughing at him that of all the problems in this country is the issue of your money that you are shouting on the top of your voice about impeachable offenses. What about what is happening at the federal government, at the federal level? What about, impeaching the president that has been grossly incompetent? You're talking about money and you are, shouting on top of your voice. I pray for you. God will help you.
We'll go for this short break and we come back and we take it off from there.
àti dé òpin ìdíje àṣẹ yìí ọlọ́wọ́ ṣíbí tó gbajúmọ̀ kárí ayé ni yóò jẹ́rìí sí oúnjẹ tó dára jùlọ.
ó ti fún ṣẹ́jú jẹ́ wá yìí tàbí yóò wí pé gbégbá orókè.
àmì ni o gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́wọ́ ṣíbí wọ̀nyí ló gbégbá orókè. ibikíbi tó lè wà tàbí irúfẹ́ ìtọ́wò rẹ o lè ṣe oúnjẹ alárinrin ní gbogbo ìgbà pẹ̀lú ọ̀ngà ohun ìsebẹ̀ aládùn ti nàìjà tá a ṣe báyìí pẹ̀lú sóyà tiwantiwa fún èrè aṣaralóore rẹpẹtẹ.
ọ̀ngà Mama's helping hand.
Àkókò ìjà tó pa bámbárì jù tá a ti ń retí ń lọ kọ́sùkọ̀ báyìí o kì í sí ibú yẹ̀rì láàrin jù bá náà lọ. Ó mà ṣe o ẹ wò bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń kú bí ojú pì ẹ̀ṣẹ́ àgbáwọlẹ̀ lọ́tún lọ́sí. Ó dilẹ̀ gbága yìí ó ṣubú yàkàtà ó fìdí rẹmi ìjà parí o kò sógun mọ́ kò sọ́tẹ̀ mọ́ àlùbámi ni Bosca tó borí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i.
Gba ìtura kíá kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀fọ́rí ìrora àti òtútù pẹ̀lú Bosca. Bosca ń gba ẹ̀fọ́rí ìrora àti òtútù lágbàwọlẹ̀ ní kíákíá bí àyípadà kò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta lọ rí dókítà.
Khalif, ṣé kọ́ọ̀pù bọ́ǹvìtà kan ṣoṣo tó kù nìyẹn ni? Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ó yá gbà ó lè mú. Ó tì ó ìwọ mú. Rárá ní kò gbà. Ìwọ mú sí.
Ẹ̀yin méjèèjì lẹ máa rí mu nítorí wọ́n ti pò èyí tó máa tó gbogbo ilé. Tá a bá túbọ̀ fìfẹ́ hàn síra wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la ṣe ń tan ẹ̀mí ìṣọ̀kan tó wà nínú oṣù Ramadan pẹ̀lú àfikún ìdámẹ́wàá nínú ìdí Cadbury Bonvita ọlọ́gọ́rùn-ún 5 gíráàmù kí ìṣọ̀kan náà túbọ̀ ń pọ̀ sí ni. Ramadan Kareem.
Good morning, my neighbors. How are you doing?
Who be that one for this early momo now?
James, it is I, Johnny.
I beg, I no get money to borrow you again.
Be calming down. No need for that because I found more ways to make millions this season.
Johnny, my friend, yarn me better.
Forget though, I don't get extra packet from BetKing. We be say if I chop one, it go be like say I don't chop 10.
That's right. You can max out your winnings on BetKing with boosted odds and multiple bonus.
My friend, this is where you differentiate the king from the crowd. Just visit betking.com on any device and see for yourself.
BetKing, playground for kings.
As the best man, I'd like to give a toast. But first, I have a few things to say. The money they are spraying the couple is reducing. It seems some people have rubbed glue under their shoes to pack it.
Clearly, he's been watching Comedy Nights or maybe My Siblings and I on Africa Magic Urban, DSTV channel 153. Now you too can get inspired by our local entertainment. Get a HD decoder, dish, plus 1 month DSTV Compact subscription for only 18,600 Naira. Because great stories start on DSTV.
Honey, Foodco Festival of Savings don't come again, with plenty markets when they put hope for pocket.
Nkechi, you don't start again. You and your spending tori. No forget say school just resume. School fees they take one eye look us.
Oh, Baba Bon Boy, Foodco Festival of Savings now once in a blue moon, This one now ogbonge discounts it carry for body 20% off on winning basket.
Nkechi, ogbele o.
You never see something. Plenty markets day with shikini money. Milo energy drink 500 gram for 950 naira. Golden Mon for 50 gram for 660 naira. Malta Guinness pack of 6 now 775 naira. 15% discount day for home appliances like air clipper, pressing iron, air fryer, fans, blender, and plenty items. This promo now from 10th of May. Go reach 16th of May. Offers valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions dey o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ojúlówó Nasco cornflakes kún fún èròjà tí ń ṣara lóore tó dára nítorí wípé Old Flaked cornflakes náà ni. Old Flaked cornflakes ní apilẹ̀ṣe ní ìlànà tí gbogbo èròjà ṣara lóore inú rẹ̀ ò fi lè yingin. Oúnjẹ aṣara lóore ni, adùn inú rẹ̀ afẹnuwó, ó sì dára fún gbogbo ẹbí. Nítorí náà, tí àtijẹ cornflakes bá dé, rí i dájú pé Old Flaked Nasco cornflakes ló yàn láàyò. Oúnjẹ aládùn tó dára ní gbogbo ìgbà.
Iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná a máa fúnni ní ìmọ́lẹ̀ a sì máa mú ìdẹ̀rùn wá láti wá dènà ìjàmbá iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná. Ojúlówó wáyà tàbí kébù ló yẹ ká fi fa iná nínú ilé, lọ́fíìsì àti nínú ìlú. Purchem wires and cables ní àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ mọ̀nàmọ́ná àti àwọn agbaṣẹ́ṣe yàn láàyò. Ojúlówó ni, kì í bó lára, kò kì í jóná àbájì, kì í kán sínú, ó sì fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Ìdí nìyí tí Standard Organization of Nigeria fi fòǹtẹ̀tẹ̀ tí Nigeria Electrical Contractors náà fi dìbò fún. Bí copper cable ṣe wà ní aluminium cable ń bẹ nípele lówó tí kò gún pa. Purchem wires and cables tó jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Kaman ló ń ṣe ojúlówó wires and cable jáde. Olú iléeṣẹ́ Purchem wires and cables limited wà ní Afrins compound Fort Gate No. 122/132 Oṣòdì Apapa expressway Ìyànà Ìsọlọ̀ bus stop Lagos. Ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní 080-803-03257. Purchem wires and cables. Ìrọ̀rùn fi iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná.
Hello, Michael. I'm about to start the meeting. I can't see you in the office. Where are you?
Hey, boss. I'm still at home. I have a bad headache. I know it's an important meeting, but not sure whether I can make it.
Michael, I understand. Don't worry. Take Brustan Extra. It contains ibuprofen, paracetamol, and caffeine and provides fast relief from headache. I am sure you'll feel better soon. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We must start the meeting, though Michael is not here.
Hey, look! Michael is here!
Brustan Extra really works. Brustan Extra, fast relief from headache. Available in pharmacies near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Brustan Extra, a quality product from Rambaxay, a Sun Pharma company.
What do you need na safeguard?
Children that like to play.
They like to play.
Small pigs that must jolly oh.
Them like to get jolly oh.
But remember one thing, protect them with safeguard too. Protect them with safeguard. Protect them with safeguard too. From the teen and yama so the future go better.
Safeguard antibacterial soap. They comot every yama for body. E also dey available for 50-gram size.
Ẹ̀sùn mọ́ bí ẹ wá gbọ́ fún mi ní fún mi náà lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin nípa òògùn amárají pépé omega H3 nínú Ramadana tó o bá ti ṣínú tán omega H3 ní o lò. Òun lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹ̀ ohun ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ṣínú tán nínú àwẹ̀ Ramadan yìí omega H3 ní kẹ́ ẹ máa lò. Á dá gbogbo okun tẹ́ ẹ ti pàdánù padà sí lára lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Omega H3 ó ń fúnni lókun ó ń ṣagbára dọ̀tun ó ń mára jí pépé àwọn èròjà tó ń ṣara lóore ló ń ṣalátìlẹ́yìn fún. Lo Omega H3 lẹ́ẹ̀kan lójúmọ́ tó o bá ti ṣínú tán. Èmi Alhaji Wasiu Káyọ̀dé Asidik Babanwaka ló ń sọ fún yín pé nínú àwẹ̀ Ramadan yìí ẹ má jẹ́ kí Omega H3 wọ́n nínú ilé yín o. Omega H3 alátìlẹ́yìn fún ìlera tó péye.
Come the 29th of May, we will bring Istanbul to your doorstep when the royalty of English football, Chelsea, the pride of London, and Manchester City, the unstoppable citizens, light up Europe to compete for the biggest prize in club football, the Champions League final. Smart Code Africa and Mabin Dynamics are in joint collaboration to make your night magical on Champions Night at MOV 21 Event Center at Dioyo, Ring Road, Ibadan for the biggest gathering of European football lovers. Come watch the game on the biggest screen with friends and color mates. Meet your favorite OAPs in the city. You stand a chance to win amazing prizes at the Champions Night. Access code is a bet slip of 1960bet. Media partner Splash FM, Lagelu FM. For more inquiries, please call 080-557-94255 or 090-286-30747. This event is powered by 1960bet.
Hey there. You don't look happy. Where's the baby?
That baby of yours just embarrassed me. In fact, us. She refused to follow me back from Grandma's house. So, I've come to pack her clothes.
Why?
Well, Mommy now has the new LG Gen Cool AC. And surprisingly, our dear cranky princess is snoozing peacefully. No more cries.
Chai.
The whole family just begged me to let her be.
See my life, oh.
The new LG Gen Cool Air Conditioner cools 40% faster with a 70% energy saving. The 1 horsepower runs excellently with a 0.7 kVA generator and the 1.5 horsepower with a 0.9 kVA. That's huge savings on your generator and other sources of electricity bills. The new LG Gen Cool ACs comes with a 10-year warranty on the compressor, making them last much longer.
You know what? I have to go get our own LG Gen Cool AC. Can't blame my princess now. Who doesn't love the good life?
LG, life's good.
Hey! Omo, make you no sleep on top bicycle. This better don't tie rapper. For those of una wey never use una MTN SIM for over 15 days now. MTN don't charge. Come increase your welcome back of our woof to 12 times your recharge when you load 100 naira and above. Yes, so no be 1, no be 2, no be 3, no be 4, no be even 10 sef. Now 12 times your recharge, then go take credit and data knock your phone. Oh, this one means say if you recharge 100 naira, MTN go summer you with 900 naira credit plus 300 naira data bonus. If you can't recharge 200 naira, now 1,800 naira credit go drop for your phone plus 600 naira data bonus. Just make sure so you use *161 recharge pin hash take recharge and enjoy your bonus for up to 30 days. Omo, this one don't pass welcome back. MTN can add short banker second term on top self. Hey, where that my MTN SIM? Make me self begin follow enjoy better too.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Charles!
Yes, mommy?
Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using 1 to soak the whites and using 1 to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
Yes, welcome back. Yes, I'm going to take some reactions, including Governor Seyi Makinde's reaction. I'm going to take some reactions there, and we'll now come back to our discussion. I just want to quickly, I've taken some, but I want to quickly take some more, including Seyi Makinde's reaction to the Supreme Court judgment. Now, the first one I'm taking is that of the chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, Professor Adeolu Akonde. He congratulated the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Oyo State over the judgment of the Supreme Court, which declared the dissolution of elected local government councils in the state as illegal, null, and void. Professor Akonde also congratulated the members of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, ALGON, for their steadfastness and principled challenge of the illegal dissolution of the councils up to the apex court in the country. This is the distinctive feature of Democrats, and history will be kind to you for your principled stand, he said, unquote. In the statement personally signed by him, Professor Akonde said Governor Seyi Makinde should learn from the misadventure of dissolving the councils against the laws of the country and extend judgment of the Supreme Court. It should begin, unquote, it should begin to conduct himself in accordance with the laws of the country, he advised, unquote. It is most unfortunate that Engineer Seyi Makinde went clearly against extant judgment of the Supreme Court to dissolve the elected council. It's also unfortunate that poor taxpayers in the state would have to carve out 20 million to pay for the cost awarded by the Supreme Court against the Oyo State government. It is advisable that the Governor Makinde views every such money from the state coffers as funds that could have been better utilized for development instead of assuming that it is at no cost to him personally. That's Professor Adeolu Akonde, the chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. I've taken that of Akeem Olatunji, yes, the public city secretary of the PDP, Engineer Akeem Olatunji, yes. I've taken what he said about that. And Abbas Aleshinle himself is in the studios, but let me quickly read one or two lines from what he said. Why we engage Makinde in legal battle? Abbas Aleshinle, Oyo State Argon Chair. The outgoing chairman of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria Argon, Oyo State Chapter, Prince Ayodeji Abbas Aleshinle, I said the decision to engage Governor Seyi Makinde in legal battle over the sack of elected local government chairmen and councillors was to fight for rule of law and ensure that democracy thrive at the grassroots level. Makinde sacked the council's executive by fiat within hours of his swearing in as governor on May 29, 2019. But the Supreme Court nullified his action on Friday, describing it as executive recklessness. It directed the governor to pay the sacked officials their total salaries and entitlement for the remaining 2 years of their tenure, which they were deprived, and additional 10-month salaries as a special penalty for his action. The Apex Court also gave the governor till August 7 to implement the judgment. We have to talk about that. The SAC council members were elected on May 8, 2018 for a 3-year tenure, which was supposed to lapse in May 2021, but were denied 2 years in office. All right, that's Abbas Aleshinle's reaction. And our Oyo will pay 3.7 billion needless debt through illegal sacking of, I think I've read this before. Okay, I highlighted it, I didn't read it. Following the last Friday's Supreme Court judgment that ordered Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State to pay salaries and allowances of the sacked elected local government councils for the remaining 2 years of their tenure, the state has been plunged into over 3 billion needless debt. The Apex Court judgment implied that Oyo State government will pay the salaries and allowances of 68 chairmen, 68 vice chairmen, and 610 councillors who the court said were illegally relieved of their jobs after being democratically elected. According to SalaryScale.com, each of the 68 chairmen is entitled to 3,181,611. Is that right? Is that correct? It's correct. Okay. And allowances per annum, while each vice chairman is entitled to 2,803,392 in salaries and allowances. Each of the councillors is entitled to 2.4 million per annum. The above does not cover severance package. A rough estimate of the debt, which the Supreme Court ordered the governor to pay by August 7, indicates that while chairman will rake in average of 432.6 million naira, vice chairman will receive 381.2 million naira. The over 600 councillors will receive 2.9 billion naira, bringing the total rough estimate to 3.7 billion naira. Speaking of the judgment, the outgoing chairman of the association, okay, I've read what he said. So over 3 billion naira to be carved out. Supreme Court nullifies Makinde's sack of local government election. I've read this. Morufu Smith reacts how? The Supreme Court judgment in favor of Oyo Argon is a landmark one, setting for precedence, and that is, in the previous judgment, especially in Ekiti, Supreme Court only directed Fayemi to pay salaries only to the sacked local government chairmen and councillors, while in the recent Supreme Court judgment involving Oyo Argon, the Apex Court directed Makinde to pay both salaries and allowances of the illegally sacked chairmen and councillors. In Ekiti, it was salary. Now it's salary and allowances. Okay, why? Why did we have it this way in Oyo State? Why not the way it was in Ekiti? You want to explain that? Let me note that. So you explain that to our audience. Now, that the payment of salaries and allowances to the sacked chairmen and councillors be extended to March 2022 through their tenure, though their tenure ends May 11, 2021. that the Attorney General of Oyo State was mandated by the Supreme Court to file an affidavit on or before August 7, giving deadline to make the payment immediately possible to prevent deliberate excuse of no funds by the state government. If there's no fund, where would they get the fund? Okay. That an exemplary cost of 20 million naira is to be paid by Seyi Makinde as a punishment for his executive impunity. Okay, that's Morufu Smith. I don't want to waste much more time on that. Akala reacts, saying that the governor should postpone the Agon election or the local government election. But in swift reaction, you lack morality to seek election postponement. Akala's former SA fires back at Akala. Yes. In reaction to Chief Alawa Akala's call for postponement of the scheduled May 22nd election, Prince Dr. Yelade, Akala's former special assistant on public communication, has slammed the former governor, stating that the former governor also dissolved local government bosses elected by his predecessor, Ladoja. Chief Alawa Akala had earlier called for the postponement of the local government poll while reacting to the Supreme Court ruling involving the sacked Agon and Governor Seyi Makinde, urging the Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OISEC, to postpone the election so as to accommodate the All Progressive Congress participation, that's APC participation. In a public statement, Oyelade, who is now the executive chairman of the BCOS, reminded the former governor how he sacked council chairmen and councillors elected by the Rashidi Ladoja administration. Back and forth reaction. Before I read the governor's reaction, because the governor had made a position on the judgment to be the one I'm going to take last, let me quickly read what OISEC asks for Akala's reaction. No plan justification to postpone election. OISEC chairman replies Akala and others. The chairman, Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OISEC, Are Isaka Olagunji's son, has responded to former governor Adebayo Alao Akala's request for the postponement of the coming local government election in the state. The chairman said there is no plan or justification for the commission to shift the election from May 22nd, 2021 to a later date. Are Olagunju, who revealed this on Sunday, explained that since the inauguration of the commission on September 3rd, 2019, it has embarked on visitations and consultations to political parties, religious centers, and other relevant stakeholders across the state. The OISEC boys established that the essence of his many visits to all political parties' offices was to reassure every participant of OISEC's impartiality and commitment to free, fair, transparent, and credible local government poll. Areola Gunji disclosed that it would be unfair to extend the May 22nd already scheduled for the election because of a political party, among other political parties. Please note that. Now, he expressed surprise at calls by former governor of Oyo State, Adebayo Alao, and other APC leaders in the state to extend the election date for them to participate. I was at APC Secretariat to visit Baba Akin-Oke and other state ESCO to assure them of our sincerity. We begged and appealed to them to participate in the election because we knew the likely outcome of the court judgment, Olagunju said. Olagunju knew the likely outcome. Was he preempting the judgment? Okay. Question mark. All right, now, Bayo Adelabu reacted. Then after that, I'll take the governor's reaction. Bayo Adelabu reacted to the Supreme Court judgment. Supreme Court verdict. I salute your courage and tenacity in the face of executive rascality. Oyo Guba Ofu, Bayo Adelabu congratulate APC, LG, chairman, vice chairmen, and councillors. Let me take this advert 1 minute, then I'll quickly read Bayo Adelabu's reaction. Then I take Seyi Makinde's reaction. Then we now take everything all together.
Splash FM 105.5.
Mamas, una good morning, no. Help them to they smile every day for school. Make them they brush with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection because Colgate locks calcium in.
Out. Splash FM 105.5.
YS Live.
All right, yes, welcome back. Yes. I salute your courage, perseverance, and tenacity in the face of executive rascality. Oyo Guba Ofu, Bayo Adelabu congratulate APC, local government chairmen, vice chairmen, and councillors. gubernatorial candidate of the All Progressive Congress during 2019 general election in Oyo State, Oloye Bayo Adelabu, has congratulated the leadership of the party and Association of Local Government of Nigeria, AGON, comprises the democratically elected chairman, vice chairman, and councillors in the state over their victory at Supreme Court today. I want to use this opportunity, unquote, I want to use this opportunity to congratulate the leadership of Oyo State AGON, all chairmen and councillors, and other of our dear party, APC, for this well-deserved victory just pronounced by the Supreme Court this morning, unquote, he said. The financial pundit Adelabu further reiterated that the judgment today by the Supreme Court has vindicated us and has also validated you as duly elected representatives of the people. I thank you for towing the path of law and justice and for the eschewing violence in the face of provocation during this period. The judgment has also shown that the 2 years struggles against your unlawful dismissal is a just cause. This is a victory for the rule of law, a victory for democracy, and a victory for all our people at the local level who have suffered immensely due to this abuse of power by the state government, he maintained. Parakoyi Olubadan of Ibadan land, Adelabu affirmed that the implication of today's judgment is far-reaching and an important lesson for the government of the day in Oyo State. Firstly, development at the local level has been stifled due to this unnecessary dismissal and disregard of the rule of law in the last 2 years. The people of the state, most importantly, the ones in rural areas, have been left to bear the brunt of the ill-thought-out decision and reckless abuse of power by the PDP government, he lamented. Secondly, in this current economic climate with paucity of funds, the government will now have to pay duplicate salaries as instructed by the Supreme Court. This must be fully paid to the chairmen and councillors without delay as expressly instructed by the Supreme Court. It's however important that all well-meaning indigenous and residents of the state call on the government to immediately request for the refund of salaries paid to the current usurpers back to the coffers of the government. Salaries paid to the caretakers. They have to refund. The caretakers have to refund. Okay. All right. Back to the government. Because it is not only illegal, but also fraudulent as deduced from the judgment of the Supreme Court, Adelabu retweeted. The notable philanthropist Adelabu warned that, thirdly, now that the case is over and judgment has been given, Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OISEC, should desist from going ahead with the scheduled May 22nd local government elections and consider a postponement in order to give APC candidates ample time to register, prepare, and participate in the elections. And this was practically impossible while the court case was ongoing. This is not only fair and logical, but necessary to avert possible litigations and rancor that may stem from continuation with the announced election timetable by OISEC. In democratic settings like ours, a level playing ground must be ensured by unbiased umpire by any election. This will help prevent future litigations and future hardships for the people, he concluded. In his reaction, the state governor, Engineer Yemi Makinde, says, "We will comply with Supreme Court judgments." Oyo State government has said that it was on the same page with the justices of the Supreme Court over his May 7, 2021, which he ordered the payment of salaries and allowances of the dissolved chairman and councillors, local government councils in the state. The state government, in a statement made available in Ibadan on Monday, said that as a believer in the rule of law and as a government with utmost respect for the Supreme Court, it will comply with the ruling of the Apex Court. In the statement endorsed by Mr. Taiwo Adisa, the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Yemi Makinde, the governor declared that it had showcased its commitment to paying off the dissolved chairmen and councillors as far back as February 2020. And you remember it was February 5, from what I read earlier, when his negotiation team had to talk with the Oyo State government, pursue the out-of-court order of the Oyo State High Court, offer the council chairman and councillors the same condition which the Supreme Court just affirmed. According to the statement, government of Oyo State will comply with the order of the Apex Court once the details of the ruling are made available. The statement read, We are on the same page with the Supreme Court of the land on the ruling which ordered the payment of salaries and allowances of the dissolved local government. The Apex Court, in its decision, rejected the dissolution, affirmed that the tenure of the council chairman had lapsed, while also asking that the state pay salaries and allowances due to them to the end of. So the state government has agreed to pay this money. Is there any other trouble? Is there any other problem?
Of course. Illegality in the.
You have gone to court. It has been pronounced that.
Yes, of course.
It's illegal.
So pity that
but you have been asked to be paid.
Our governor, His Excellency, is playing to gallery here through the Taiwan Desire press statements. He's saying he has offered. Offered who? On what basis? Are we begging to be offered? We were duly elected, and we were executive. And another tier of government is not subservient. Things are not done that way. You see, I thank God that our patriotism was actually exercised at the Supreme Court. And we can now hold our head in high esteem that we actually dragged this to the brim. And for somebody to be saying he offered who? Are we his appointees? And see, like I said earlier on, it's so pity that some of us parade certificates here and there. The chief of staff to the governor, who was the one that actually announced on TV dissolution of a duly elected local government chairman, a supposed lawyer, a UK graduate. And see, what are we now saying? Donald Trump is not our problem in this country. It is we ourselves. Going forward, Aresa Kaolagunju is our good Egbon in Ibadan land. I told him 2 weeks ago when we met at a radio station here in Ibadan that you have to be very conscious so that people will know, the government will not mess up your ardent image. Because in the first place already, it was even illegal for OSEC to have been constituted or for OSEC to have actually announced date of another local government election where the incumbents are in court. And as a senior advocate of Nigeria, when a matter is in court, to even discuss such matter on radio is sub judice. Let alone you are now going into an action of a matter that is in court, not even lower court, appellate court, and the Supreme Court. So this will now be giving us further clarifications of undemocratic tendencies of His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde. And some of us knew this long before now, that gentility is made from capacity and upholding the rule of law that he swore to. It's not a matter of being an opposition member. It's a matter of facts, of democratic credentials that one has to possess. You can't just come on air, be abusing governor or be abusing. No, what we are saying now is what they've done so far from the OSEC leadership and the government of Governor Seyi Makinde and the PDP is illegal. A matter was in court. Now that we now exercise our legal means, now OSEC are now being constituted and now announce a fresh election. But one thing, they know that if APC participate in this election, it's going to be bumper to bumper.
Oh, is that why they don't want? Are you insinuating that is why?
I'm not insinuating. I'm saying it emphatically. If APC participate in this local government election, it's going to be bumper to bumper.
Are you saying they are actually sidelining APC?
Of course, systematically, technically, because there is no basis in the first place for them to have actually announced local government election dates while the matter was in court. And we have a senior advocate of Nigeria. Our problem in this country.
From what I read about Adil Abu's comment, he was talking about the caretaker that were put in place and they had been paid some money.
They should pay those money back to Oyo State government coffers.
Who is paying that money?
Oyo State governor. See, all their action in the last 2 years is not only illegal, it is actually a slap on democratic culture. Because how can you appoint a caretaker committee chairman? And they were there. And Supreme Court are so rude. All those money collected, all of them in total, they should actually pay those money back to the coffers of Argon in Oyo State.
The caretaker chairman should refund, or yes, the Oyo State should refund. What are you talking about?
The caretaker chairman that collected money illegally, while the Oyo State governor has actually paid penalty by the Supreme Court, 20 million naira cost. Going further, I want us to make this clarification. Supreme Court did not say the magnanimity Ojasope was pointing at in the statement of Governor Seyi Makinde is not it. The Supreme Court said clarification that Governor Seyi Makinde being awarded the cost of 20 million naira, not only that, he must pay, he must and shall pay on or before August 7. And the Attorney General Oyo State, Professor Oyewo from University of Lagos, whom I love so much, but unfortunately is on the other side of wrong democratic place, because a professor of law that we knew together in University of Lagos now being messed up, and Supreme Court said that the Attorney General should sworn an affidavit to that effect of compliance. So if failure to do so, Mr. Governor is not doing us favor. Failure to do so by Governor Seyi Makinde, the account of the state is going to be garnishing by our lawyers. We are going to court on it.
Are you insinuating he may not pay?
If he did not pay.
Why are you?
Ojasope is saying he's being magnanimous. For who? For whose? He's not being magnanimous. Failure to pay, we were going to instruct our lawyers.
Is there anything like failure to pay or failure in payment? Have you seen any sign like that?
Ojasope is insinuating that he's being magnanimous to go say he has accepted to pay us. Either he accepts or not, failure to pay. We are going back to court to garnishing state government account.
Okay, your reaction before I come to...
It's a matter of law.
Before I come to Argon Shaman, I want to give him enough time when I come to him to talk about this. Yes.
Thank you. I was just laughing because if in case he doesn't pay and you are this bothered about somebody that already promised to pay and comply,
how can he be promising us?
So, well,
he can't promise us.
One of the things I was saying when this whole...
He says he will comply with the Supreme Court judgment.
So you wait. That is honorable. You just wait until there is no compliance. Not that you'll be struggling and also making trouble in advance for a trouble that will... I don't understand this people.
You cannot understand.
But the bottom line is, like I said earlier, is a good step forward for our democracy. This is not an issue of who won, who lost. Okay. The people have won, and the governor has promised to comply with the rule of law. If it was debatable before, now it's no longer debatable because the Supreme Court has ruled. So that is commendable. And like I said, I was not playing to the gallery when I congratulated them, and I've told him, and even the others here that we don't want to mention yet, that they can't spend the money alone. They must know how we all started now. They must not shop that money alone.
All right.
But that's the beautiful part of it.
Wait.
We must always improve on our democratic practice.
On the 23rd of March 2021, I had Honorable Abbas election lawyer on this program to talk about this same issue. Some of what he said, I'm going to play some of what he said, and I'll come to him after these sound bites. Let's listen to it.
This is a government that has no respect whatsoever for rule of law. It has no respect for judiciary. Don't forget that we had an initial judgment which they never respected. Call it kangaroo. They said all sorts of things. It's only judgment that favors them that they want to uphold or respect. Having said that, this case has been going from High Court, Court of Appeal to Supreme Court. And I want you to just point out that if it's Argon or if it's the government of Seyi Makinde that is preempting the judgment. We both went to court on the 10th of February. They were well represented. Government was well represented. OSEC was well represented. They spoke there. They defended their position. Argon was there. We defended our position. And Supreme Court said, okay, go back. We'll give our judgment on May 7th. 3 days after that appearance in court, this element came out with guideline. So I now ask you, who is preempting the judgment between Argon and OSEC and the Oyo State government? So we know their position, we know what they are trying to do, we know what they have even been saying about their boss giving out, doling out money to make sure that they have the case in their side. Is that the judgment is in favor of Argon. Is in favor of
Which judgment?
This judgment on May 7th.
How are you sure?
I'm not sure. Assuming. I said, assuming the judgment is a two-way thing.
The judgment is in favor.
It's a two-way thing.
Okay.
It's a two-way thing. Is either the judgment is in your favor
or not.
Which means the judgment is 50-50.
Okay.
Assuming the judgment is in favor of Agon, what happens to those they collected money from? They said a lot of things. Makinde trying to respect democracy. He said, respect democracy, my foot. This same Makinde that the PDP people complain about, they came out. We didn't force them. So somebody who is promising you a free and fair election that cannot even guarantee there within his home, within his own family. Let's say pọ́nmọ̀ ya wọn làwọn yẹn àwọn tó jọ fẹ́ ṣe election eléyìí tó bá lè gera wọn láàrin ọmọ ìyá wọn tó gé àwọn èèyàn tí ò jẹ́ kí democracy ò ṣẹlẹ̀.
Ṣé òkú ṣàní wọn ni? Èwo ni gígé?
We all know what happened now. Gbogbo àmọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn náà. Ṣebí fúnra wọn náà come out tó wá sọ ògbélé yìí sìn. So it tells you the kind of person they are, the kind of people they are. It tells you that they don't mean well for anything grassroots governance. Don't mean well at all. They are not here to give us democracy, but to just make sure they force their own people into their post. And the legal caretaker, they've been running all this while, and the money they have expended, local government money they have expended, all this they will ask questions. I am telling you, they are going to answer questions. There are a lot of questions that people will ask them.
Now, let me ask you, if the judgment is not in favor of you, of your members, of APC, what do you think will happen?
Nothing. Nothing. I am very...
Would there be any case? Would there be any other case?
No. There won't be.
Then,
okay, now let's take it to one.
Governor Makinde's step. What do you think would
why don't you take this? Okay. Well, let's analyze the first scenario.
Okay.
The judgment, God forbid, because we have precedent. The government is not in favor of Agon. Nothing happens. We address people. We tell them we have helped to entrench democracy at the grassroots. What we are saying is that for any governor to just wake up and say, "Oh, just go home," he will think twice. We are trying to entrench democracy at the grassroots to make sure that this serves as precedent to all governors that will just wake up one day. There was a time that the president, Obasanjo removed Alamesia. There was a time he removed Dari. There was a time they assisted in removing Senator Ladoja. And sort of things like that. It was Supreme Court that, through his judgment, that made sure that it is not that easy for presidency to use the House of Assembly again to commit these crimes. So that's what we are saying, that this thing must stop. So if peradventure, which I know, God's willing, it will not go against Agon, but if you have it in the other way, why not? We'll thank the people for your state.
And the local government election will go.
It will go. But I think I want to appeal to our people to remain peaceful, and I want to appeal to your state government also to discontinue the process of having this election until when the judgment is served from Supreme Court. Also, all those people who, especially from other parties, who may want to say they want to contest, should be wary, should be very, very careful in spending their money anyhow. If a governor can treat people within his own party the way he did, has been attested to, that the whole party is voting against his system of peak, not allowing primary to be done. I think we need to be very, very careful in dabbling into this sham called election at the grassroots. We want democracy to survive at the grassroots level, and that's why we are passionate about grassroots governance in Oyo State.
Wow, that was Prince Aleshiloye on the 23rd of March this year, 2021, and incidentally, is live in the studios. You listen to that soundbite, what you said the last time you came on this program.
Yes.
How do you feel today?
Oh, if you call me a prophet, very fine. I said it, and there is no magic about it. You see, if you have perspective, you have advantage of foresight over astonishment. You will be able to see beyond the way things are going. And even Supreme Court, we have precedent. And then in the case of Ekiti State, all this we are trying to tell the government of Seyi Makinde, and I weep for my state. I weep for my state. For what? I would have loved it that Supreme Court judgment compel Engineer Seyi Makinde to pay from his personal purse. Because, of course, the state is the loser. It's like paying two salaries for a job done by a worker. These people have been collecting Oyo State money illegally all this while. Why you disallowed democratically elected chairman to function? Somebody said he has already said he's going to pay. And somebody even said he promised to pay the other time. Promise who? Is this his money? To promise to pay us as of then, to pay for the work I have not done. Now it has become law. If you had collected any money, then it's like helping to perpetrate corruption. So for me, look at even the time it took the governor to even respond to the case. He only responded yesterday, about 4 days. So what are we talking? I am not disappointed. It's another way of seeing the way they are. And for a political party, look at the release that came out from the publicity secretary of that party. You
mean the one that came through from Akim Olatunji?
I am telling you, I weep for this state.
Why?
No, look at it. Just read it out again. If you listen to that judgment, if you watch it on Zoom, see how these justices, the way they tongue-lashed our own governor. Even myself that we took the case, I felt so embarrassed. So if they could talk that way, the only thing this man could pick there is that they said they are going to pay you money. They talk of executive rascality, lawlessness, impunity of a sitting governor, somebody who swore to an oath of office to defend the democracy, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is a landmark judgment. It's a judgment in which this governor was seriously indicted. This is the first time that huge sum of money, I think from what I heard from the lawyers, the highest fine from Supreme Court was just 10 million. This is the highest fine that will be imposed on the governor.
The 20 million fine?
20 million fine. Not only that, because they knew that immediately we resume from that Friday, virtually nothing till 14th. Because there is public holiday. They also invoked as punitive measure to our governor to pay extra 10 months. Not only that, the Supreme Court also mandated, has never been, mandated the Attorney General to depose to an affidavit of compliance before that August 7. You get what I'm saying? And somebody is not sober, is not a Raburuza, just came up, putting. I wait for this state. We have never had this bad. Honestly, we have never had it this bad. But it's okay. The way forward.
Would you say you are fulfilled?
Oh, so fulfilled. Fulfilled in the sense that, you see, at times when you come to radio station like this, you interview us, we tell you this, and they tell you other things. of course, people will be confused who to believe. But what we know. And the judgment has vindicated us.
Were you expecting the judgment to reinstate you?
Oh, no. It's not even about reinstatement. And that is the mistake they are making. The judgment has already reinstated us.
How?
It has reinstated us. But the only fact is that, okay, they want to avoid constitutional crisis. That within so time that will be there, by May 14. Today is May 11. By May 14. So what is it in the office? But forget even being in the office. Forget that office. What we have done is to help to entrench. I am telling you, as I'm seated here, even by the time the OSEC, by the time they do the needful, if they can do the needful and make sure that this thing is extended, I am not vying for any post. I am not. Even if the tenure had been extended, I could have even resigned. It's not about staying in that office, but it's about fighting for rule of law. It's about establishing, allowing democracy to get entrenched at the local government.
Ojasopo said that the judgment was good for democracy.
Yes, he said, and I respect him for that. For saying that, it's good for democracy. This is what we are saying. But the way it was taken by some elements within their fold, this is why I weep for your state. Because at this level, 21st century, for somebody to be anyway.
The OSEC chairman said he knew where the judgment would go, and so the election will still hold. What is your position?
Yeah, my position is that I feel so disappointed for him to even say that, because he read it out. I knew where the election would go. How can you say that?
You said he knew the likely outcome of the court judgment.
Court judgment. How can you say that? I told you the other time when he said it. The man is said to be a son. I wonder why he would talk like. Is it because you want to protect or you want to defend these people that should not be defended? I think he needs to come above board and he needs to show that he's an unbiased.
So that statement was
he's uncalled for. He's very, very reckless to have said that. That you
going forward. May 22nd.
Yeah.
Are you participating?
No. We can't participate on May 2nd. Personally, my party will not participate on May 2nd. I have just told you.
May 22nd.
I don't have interest in contesting anything at the local government level. For now, nothing. I feel fulfilled now. The assignment given to me. Yes, the assignment given to me to represent my colleagues. That one has been delivered excellently.
Should I say congratulations?
Thank you very much. You can say that again. Yeah.
Is APC contesting or joining this election?
Yes, I think there have been calls from party leaders that calling for the OSEC to allow for and because you played it. This is why I advised them as of March 23rd when I came here that they should hold on and allow this judgment. It's a serious judgment at the Supreme Court. It's all about local government too. And this judgment has not come up and you want people to come and contest, the APC to come up, it will be a serious contradiction to have done that. It will be a serious contradiction.
So what is APC's position?
The APC position is that the election should be postponed and allow APC to prepare.
If OSEC insists.
Oh, of course. They drag Oyo State to another. The president OSEC chairman should be held responsible for whatever happens, litigations that will even drain the purse of Oyo State again. Because now, some caretaker arrangement, they've collected money now. And this money is to be paid again. And that's why I said Oyo State is the loser in all this game. So for me,
when you say Oyo State, taxpayers' money.
Taxpayers' money. That's what I mean, contextually.
So
let me.
Oyo State citizens, indigenous or dwellers are going to suffer.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that what you're implying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So what's your advice?
It's very unfortunate.
What's your advice?
My advice is that you should hold on this
not to allow any serious litigation again that will make
there will be litigation if the election goes.
Yes.
Against OSEC.
Yes, and at the end of the day, government. Yes, and if that should happen, and there is any cost placed on Oyo State, any money wasted, I think this present OSEC chairman should be responsible.
Ojasope, what is the next move?
The next move is for those who have collected forms and are already candidates to continue. You know, like Yorubas will say, they should remain focused and just go ahead with their election. They had the opportunity and it was their choice to abstain from the election. And you can never, because you willingly pulled out of an election, hold the hands of others from participating. It's not done. You will be setting a wrong precedence again if because of you that you willingly withdrew from an election is now being shifted. You are setting another wrong precedence. We must not, in an attempt to address a problem, create a greater problem. That's what the essence of all the things they have been saying. And we must also put that in mind. Those who are already in the contest, they have every right. And like you read, the OSEC chairman met with the party executive several times, convincing them. Moreover, the date set for the election is after the Supreme Court judgment. So there is nothing preemptive like they were suggesting. So the man actually has, he has demonstrated that truly, in fact, I told some people from the way this man handled this issue, I don't think anybody that is not a son qualifies to be chairman of electoral body because he has really demonstrated that he knows what he's doing. And we should give him the credit for that. And like I always tell people, they are also free to go back to court again.
OSEC should go.
No,
OSEC should
whoever wants to go to court
ahead with the election.
They should go ahead with the election.
OSEC should go ahead with the election.
In fact, I'm not telling OSEC to go ahead with the election because already OSEC is going ahead. So we should just cooperate with them.
There's a missing link.
Sarah, man, 1 minute before I want to go for this short break and we allow our audience to contribute. 1 minute, yes. Let me quickly have you 1 minute.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to make a clarification here. We are not saying OSEC should not go ahead with conduct of local government election. What we are saying that the matter was in court. As at that time, it will be too contradictory and politically indicting for we as a party to go ahead to participate in an election of a matter being in court, Supreme Court for that matter. And what we are saying now is, if you call yourself senior advocate of Nigeria, why can't you wait and exercise legal fireworks? Then let it go. Because the PDP plug us in this legal quagmire. When PDP government took over from Ladoja government, sacked OSEC, constituted by Ladoja. That dragged in court for 5 years. That actually amputated Ajimobi not to have conducted election until those matter expires at the court. And we conducted election in 2018. So what my guy is saying there, that OSEC chairman and Governor Seyi Makinde should just apply a 2-month or 3-month lease because we stand the right, constitutional right to go to court for improper exclusion from participating in the local government election.
Go ahead.
That is the truth. And that will be a setback on OSEC.
We go for this short break. When we come back, our audience, you can call into this program via 080-9155-1055, 080-5699-8678, and 070-6949-3000. Out after this time out.
If you no sabi transfer news, you fit tell your padi say na your team get correct top striker.
What are you talking about?
If you tell your padi say na your team get correct top striker, dem fit shout dey follow you argue.
No way.
If dem shout dey follow you argue, everybody for viewing center fit shook mouth for the matter. If dem shook mouth for the matter, you fit fall your hand for the matter. If you fall your hand for the matter, you fit kick bench as you dey vex. Abeg, before you enter yawa, settle the matter with Google search. Get the latest football news, live scores, transfers, probabilities, and anything wey concern football with your Google app.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, Panadol Extra náà ni Panadol Extra. Ó tún ti ń bẹ báyìí nínú ìdè kékeré oníkápẹ́lẹ́tì mẹ́rin $50 péré. Panadol Extra kẹ́nẹ́ ni Panadol Extra mú tura bẹ́ fọ́rí, ìrora ẹ̀yìn, ìrora oríkèé, ìrora nǹkan oṣù àti ìrora eyín. Tí ìbá ṣe Panadol, kò lè jẹ́ bí Panadol. Tá ìpadà ò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì, lọ rí dókítà. Panadol Extra ní paracetamol àti caffeine nínú, kò sí fàlàbọyún àtàwọn ọmọdé tọ́jú orí wọn kéré sọ́dún 12.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities
And how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Shey they use Comfort?
No, dear. Now, hole for teeth they cause most tooth pain will be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula could help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate. Because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
You can have it hot, big chocolate. You can have it cold, big chocolate. You can have it at home, at school, at work, or when you hit the road. It doesn't matter who you are, grown up or a kid. Enjoy the chocolate to goodness every day because you need to reach your peak. Everybody needs nourishing goodness. You can never have enough, it's true. Taste the nourishment you can enjoy. Big chocolate it is.
Kids, grown-ups, it doesn't matter. Have a rich cup of peak chocolate anytime and enjoy the delicious nourishment of chocolatey goodness.
Big chocolate it is.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Honey, Foodco Festive of Savings is here, and it's time for us to save big on our groceries, drinks, and home essentials this austere period.
Really? But remember, school just resumed, and we have school fees to pay.
Come on, honey. Foodco Festival of Savings comes once in a blue moon with incredible 20% off on winning baskets.
What?
That's not all. Other offers include Milo Energy Drink 500 gram at 950 naira, Golden Monk for 50 gram at 660 naira, Malta Guinness pack of 6 at 775 naira, up to 15% discounts on home appliances like hair clipper, pressing iron, hair fryer, fans, blender, and many more. Promo runs from 10th of May to 16th of May 2021. Foodco Festival of Savings. Offers valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
Sure you wanna feel that boost? Allow me to introduce Amber Energy Drink. No more shutting down, we're going up. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber is the remedy. Go around, tell somebody. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber is the remedy. Go around, tell somebody. Say, what are you waiting for? Yeah? Now you can do more because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. No need to go too far. You can find it where you are because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. Yeah, yeah. Amber there for you. Yeah, yeah. Amber there for you.
Amber Energy Drink. Stimulate the energy in you.
This tailor is frustrating me. How does a round neck become a V-neck for God's sake? My deadline is tomorrow.
What are you thinking about, Angela?
With the new normal and everything, I've been more stressed. And my workload at my job has increased rapidly. My bills have also gone up. And I'm thinking of how I can meet up. And I don't even have enough to fund my fashion designing hustle.
Wow, that's quite something. Why don't you sign up on Alert and get a salary-based loan? You don't have to step in a bank and zero documentation.
Really?
Download the app and have access to the salary-based loan to help you manage things better. That's what I've been doing, though. And they've been giving me the financial support I need.
You're not a good friend, oh. And you're just telling me now.
Get your salary-based loan on Alert with zero documentation, all in the palm of your hand. Note, this is only available for salary earners. Terms and conditions apply. Alert, powered by Wema Bank.
We have come to the end of the cooking competition. World-famous chef Big Shot will decide the best food.
Wow, he has finished the food. So, who will he crown winner?
And it's a tie, ladies and gentlemen. All the chefs have been declared winners.
Woo!
Ladies, what's your secret?
No matter where you come from or your taste, you can make great meals every time with Onga, the seasoning of Niger. Now made with locally sourced soya for more nutritional benefits.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
For we country, na different kind special people buckle inside. Na im be say only one size or one formula wey go fit everybody sam not dey, especially for sleep matter. That's why they make Muka Tanda special for you. Whether you be mama, papa, small pikin, or even young bobo, your own Muka dey special for you. So you fit wake up with stronger body to face the hustle of the new day. For more tori, make you visit muka.com.
Muka, put more jolly for your life.
Coco
kókó ìjà tó bá ń bá rìn jù tá a ti ń retí ń lọ kó sókàn báyìí o kì í sí ibú yẹ̀rì láàrin jù bá náà lọ. ó mà ṣe o ẹ wò bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń kú bí ojú pì ẹ̀ṣẹ́ àgbáwọlẹ̀ lọ́tún lọ́sí ó dilẹ̀ gbága yìí ó ṣubú yàkàtà ó fìdí rẹmi ìjà parí o kò sógun mọ́ kò sọ́tẹ̀ mọ́ àlùbámi ni bọ́sìkà tó borí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i.
gba ìtura kíá kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀fọ́rí ìrora àti òtútù pẹ̀lú bọ́sìkà. bọ́sìkà ń gba ẹ̀fọ́rí ìrora àti òtútù lágbàwọlẹ̀ ní kíákíá bí àyípadà kò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta lọ rí dókítà.
Hey there. You don't look happy. Where's the baby?
That baby of yours just embarrassed me. In fact, us. She refused to follow me back from Grandma's house. So, I've come to pack her clothes.
Why?
Well, Mommy now has the new LG Gen Cool AC. And surprisingly, our dear cranky princess is snoozing peacefully. No more cries.
Chai.
The whole family just begged me to let her be.
See my life, oh.
The new LG Gen Cool Air Conditioner cools 40% faster with a 70% energy saving. The 1 horsepower runs excellently with a 0.7 kVA generator and the 1.5 horsepower with a 0.9 kVA. That's huge savings on your generator and other sources of electricity bills. The new LG Gen Cool ACs comes with a 10-year warranty on the compressor, making them last much longer.
You know what? I have to go get our own LG Gen Cool AC. Can't blame my princess now. Who doesn't love their good life?
LG. Life's good.
Oh, Khalifa, is that the last cup of Bonvita?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Why, you can't take it?
It's okay. You have it.
No, you take it.
No, have it.
Children, you can both have some because there is more for everyone. When we show more kindness to each other, we help to spread the warmth of Ramadan. And with 10% more inside every 500-gram pack of Cadbury Bonvita, there's even more warmth to go around. Ramadan Kareem.
Good morning, my neighbors. How are you doing?
Moving on for this early moment now.
James, it is I, Johnny.
I beg, I don't get money to borrow you again.
Be calming down. No need for that because I found more ways to make millions this season.
Johnny, my friend, yam me better.
Forget though, I don't get extra packet from Bet King. We be say if I chop one, it go be like say I don't chop 10.
That's right. You can max out your winnings on Bet King with boosted odds and multiple bonus.
My friend, this is where you differentiate the king from the crowd. Just visit betking.com on any device and see for yourself.
Bet King, playground for kings.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ojúlówó Nasco cornflakes kún fún èròjà tí ń ṣara lóore tó dára nítorí wípé Old Flaked cornflakes náà ni. Old Flaked cornflakes ní apilẹ̀ṣe ní ìlànà tí gbogbo èròjà ṣara lóore inú rẹ̀ ò fi lè yingin. Oúnjẹ aṣara lóore ni, adùn inú rẹ̀ afẹnuwó, ó sì dára fún gbogbo ẹbí. Nítorí náà, tí àtijẹ cornflakes bá dé, rí i dájú pé Old Flaked Nasco cornflakes ló yàn láàyò oúnjẹ aládùn tó dára ní gbogbo ìgbà.
It's game night at the Bensons and everyone's having fun. Then, this.
Hey, son, what's the matter? You too? No way.
Don't let coughs and the common cold ruin your fun time. Tuxil range of uniquely formulated day and night syrups provides effective relief from cough and cold. Product may cause drowsiness. Tuxil, the job gets done when the cough is gone. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
You fit fly. Bàbá gbogbo wọn tún gbé tuntun dé. Kò dìgbà tá a bá nà ká sókè ká tún fòru hàn. Ká ṣètò ìrìnàjò afẹ́ kó dùn kí gbogbo kan sí. You fit fly ní bàbá àgbà.
Ṣé máa pọ́nlẹ̀ fọ́? You fit fly.
Láàkú ọ̀lùdé yìí, orílẹ̀-èdè Jordan la tún lọ níbi tí àwọn àyè àgbàyanu méje lágbàáyé kalẹ̀ sí. The 7 wonders of the world, Great Pyramid of Giza, Hanging Gardens of Babylon, ilé ìjọsìn Artemis ní Ephesus àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Hausa ní Ghana Fiji ìròyìn tó àmójúbà. Ẹni tó bá débẹ̀ ló lè ròyìn láti wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lọ sórílẹ̀-èdè Jordan. Friday, ọgbọ̀njọ́ oṣù keje, July 30, lágbèrè ní Nàìjíríà. Láfi ní o má fàkókò ṣòfò mọ́ tètè kàn sí You Fit Fly office lónìí ní Success House, 7 Up Road, Olúyọ̀lé Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan. Ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni ká ẹ pè 080-2524-9280. Website youfitfly.com. Lákòókò holiday yìí, orílẹ̀-èdè Jordan láti lọ jayé.
If you're like me, that has to deal with heavy downloads,
and a need to be connected. Then you need a 9 Mobile MiFi or router. At the office, at home, and on the go, never worry about a steady connection. Buy any of our MiFi or router data bundles for as low as 16,000 Naira and get a free 4G MiFi or router. Just visit any 9 Mobile Experience Center or authorized 9 Mobile dealer outlets to get yours. Terms and conditions apply.
9 Mobile.
Hello? Eddie, my friend.
Yeah?
May is going to be amazing with DSTV. There are 155 matches from the Premier League,
What?
La Liga, Serie A, Champions League, and FA Cup.
Whoa.
That's 2 of the biggest cup finals and 3 of the best leagues in the world reaching the pinnacle of the season.
Whoa, that is amazing.
It is amazing, Eddie. And the only place in the world where you can watch all of this amazing football in May is on DSTV.
Be amazed by the world's best football when you get connected to DSTV.
Patito, I be first class truck driver.
Yes, it's Panadol Extra Caplets. Panadol Extra is now also available in a smaller pack of 4 caplets at only 50 Naira. Same Panadol Extra Caplets that relieves headache, backache, muscle ache, menstrual pain, and toothache. If it's not Panadol, it's not the same thing as Panadol. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult a doctor. Panadol Extra contains paracetamol and caffeine. Not recommended in pregnancy and children under 12.
YS Live.
Welcome back. Let me quickly take 1 or 2 comments on our Facebook page before we have your contributions. Yes, Adebayo Mutalib Ojo, former Attorney General, I guess, yeah. He said, the simple analogy over this matter is this. When a court of law has pronounced a judgment on a marriage by dissolving the marriage and issued a decree, it will be illegal for either the husband or the wife of the dissolved marriage to contract another marriage until after the decree has been made absolute after 3 months of the dates and the decree is made. By the same token, the notice of the election issued by OISEC while the suit was pending in court was an affront on the jurisdiction of the judiciary and very reckless. In essence, they should have allowed the litigation to come to an end because no party to a litigation is allowed to preempt its outcome or to lay ambush for a court decision. That's the lawyer talking.
Former Attorney General of the states.
Exactly what
is a former Attorney General of the states. And what we are saying in essence is, where are we rushing? Where are we going to? This Oyo State belongs to all of us. Our governor is our governor, not governor of PDP.
So the most unfortunate thing there is that the chairman is said to be a son.
A senior advocate, and he was even former NBA secretary, national. So, I mean, what are we now talking about? And what we are saying is, the struggle of Ganifa means Beko Lagla, some Kuti should not just go in vain. Campus students were shot dead during the Abiola Nadeko era, and some people are just thinking this democracy just come on a platter of gold. No, it was ardent democracy. As long as we were at Yanokwaja in Lagos, bonfires. So people lost many lives, breadwinner of families. Somebody will just come from somewhere, and I mean, so unfortunate. But we were not going to rest on our oars. When those people fought for democracy, there was no
Olajire Takalitu Olubukola says Oyo State government should hold on for now on the local government election. Adekunle Rashid, I greet you, my Igbo Agonsham. Okay, this is just greeting. Okay, let's have calls. What's your reaction to what Mutalibu just said?
That was his opinion. And like I said,
it's a legal opinion, not his personal opinion. Legal opinion.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
My name is Bayo. I'm calling from Olodo.
Good, let's have you.
Ó máa ń yà mí lẹ́nu àwọn olóṣèlú atábàtì wà lórí rédíò báyìí wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ rò pé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe dáa tó ni ṣùgbọ́n the other side gbogbo ohun tí wọ́n jẹ nípa wọn ni is not about people. Ẹja béèrè àwọn tó wà níbẹ̀ yẹn nígbà tó wà ń jọba ṣé àwọn náà bóun náà ṣe ṣètò ṣé wọn dáhùn council wọn dissolve local government even primary tó gbé wọn wọlé kò ní primary yẹn ṣe ní rí nínú Ọ̀yọ́ state yìí ṣé nínú ìlú náà ni gbogbo wa wà. Ẹjọ́ wá pọ̀ lórí ìyẹn ìgbà tó wọ́n kí court to come up preempt the court ṣé ẹjọ́ tó wà ní court is it ẹjọ́ about the new election or ẹjọ́ about sacking of local government. Ordinarily, tó bá yẹ kí wọ́n wà ní ìjọba fún ìdánilójúró. Ṣé by now kò yẹ kí lẹ́sìn ní oṣù wájú ẹjọ́? Is it about, because I don't know, they don't continue speaking English. They pretend themselves as if they are even the good people in this life. Whereas, please, Mr. Fight, when other people are talking, please give them time to talk. Don't just interject. Don't just interfere when other people are talking. You also give a platform to say your own. Please, it's too common of you. Thank you.
Very much. Let's.
Ṣé gan ẹn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ náà bó tilẹ̀ pé àmọ́ àǹgù tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ àbọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tó jẹ́ wọ́tà àyè tó dáhùn lóun náà ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ sí. So you see this election the court process is all about local government. It has to do with local government. It has to do with people who are voted in, who are in office, and who are disallowed from performing their duties. So anything that has to do with that office, I believe it should wait until the Supreme Court gives its final decision. That is one. Two, you said when the APC was there, they respected court judgment. There are several court judgments, and even till today, some people within the fold of PDP are even saying that there was a judgment that said we should not even go to election, that we should not hold election. They even say forget that this thing has been.
Hello, Magalo.
Hello, Ekaro.
Ètò ilé iṣẹ́ yóò ní ìbàjẹ́ o. Hello.
À ń gbọ́ yín.
A kí alága tó wọ́n fẹ́ bá wa dá padà sórí àlééfà. Ẹ dákun ẹ fowó kọ̀ọ̀bù mi láti rí torí ìjọba tó wà lóde àwọn ìjọba wúlọ wúbọ̀ ni. A kàn fẹ́ rọ àwọn tó jẹ́ onímọ̀ràn fúnjọba gómìnà wa tó wà lóde. Ó yẹ kán sì tìjú kán ti bí kán kọ ìwé ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ báwọn òbájọ́ gómìnà ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ tàbí kí gómìnà dá wọn padà lọlé. Torí gbèsè kan kó wọn sí báyìí nìsín. Àwọn alága pé ògbófinmu kí á ti kàtẹ́yẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Ó gbowó tó gbà tractor tó fi ń rẹ́ǹtì tó ń lu gbogbo ẹ̀ tó ń pé ó ta káǹtì ẹ̀. Ó gbowó lẹ́yìn kẹ́dà padà. Pé àmọ́ àkáǹtì dákò ó kọ sí wọn sí. Tó bá gbàgbé rọ àwọn arábọ̀ náà ni pé kẹ́dà kù. Kán wá gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe lọ ilé ẹjọ́. Kán mọ̀ jẹ́ èèyàn iṣẹ́ kangaroo tó fẹ́ dì. Kán jẹ́ wáyé. Erí tó ń sọ ní pé àwọn òdì, àwọn ó ṣe dá, àwọn ó ṣàwé. Àmọ́ bí tẹ́sí máa ń dìbò ń bí tẹ́pẹ́ ẹjọ́ wà nílé ẹjọ́. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó ń tẹ̀sẹ̀ gbajúbí náà fẹ́ dìbò. Ó tọ́sẹ̀ ká àbọ̀tẹ́ méjì wọ́n ti fìfì ẹ̀ ní. Tó bá gbọ́ lóòótọ́ ni alága ó ṣèkì ẹ bá wa pè wọ́n. Sọ́sọ orísun náà fẹ́ dìbò ní panlé. Kí ló dé pé wọ́n lé fẹ́ẹ́ di December? Kán fún olóṣù mẹ́fà káwọn náà fi fìfì ẹ̀. Á mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ náà fẹ́ dìbò. Nígbà tí èsè tó bá timeline kan wà pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ bí ní oṣù tó wà ní. Ẹ máa dé tó bọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Comrade Leko from Oyo.
Okay, let's have you.
I want to congratulate Nigerians and lovers of democracy in the state. And I also want to appreciate the doggedness of Chief Abbas, election lawyer, and his colleague. Truth must be told here. I think in Oyo State, we were blindfolded. The way Nigerians were blindfolded in 2015, that we brought in President Muhammadu Buhari. We were being carried away by failures of Governor Seyi Makinde in 2019. I'm believing some deed of the then governor, the IPC must go. We must go Governor Seyi Makinde. But I thought as an individual that it was going to be a different politician. But seeing recent happenings in this administration and in PDP, honestly, I felt disappointed. Even I felt regretted that I mobilized my people for this government. Because I thought it was going to be a different person absolutely from the usual person we have. We are now going to pay billions of naira to people who did not work. And they were saying they were being offered the money. If they were, even as at that time, it was wrong for him to offer them the money. Taking money you did not work for. This is where we find ourselves. We know they are not going to postpone the presidential election, they will still go with the election. But I think I will urge APC to let them do whatever they want to do. Even if you participated, it's going to be 0-33. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Now I want to ask this question: Was Oisek party to the suit?
Yes.
Oisek was party to the suit.
Yes. Well represented at the Supreme Court.
Well represented.
At the Supreme Court.
Let me hear what he's saying.
Yes. And that is why I'm saying that whatever comes out of this, the OSEC chairman.
Please say that again. Was OSEC party to the suit?
Yes, party to the suit. They were joined, they were represented. A lawyer came on behalf of OSEC at the Supreme Court. And what I'm saying in essence is that whatever happens, if money is wasted again, this OSEC chairman should be responsible.
Definitely.
Hello, let's have that. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Afternoon, better. Now, this is Dr. Adetuji Dimitayo from University of Ibadan.
Okay, let's have you.
Now, first and foremost, I congratulate the AGOM members that are there. You know, they stood their ground and everything. Now, but one thing I want to ask, and I want them not to ask them, is that what is the benefit of the masses in all of this? Now they are going to receive money for what they didn't work for, and the government is offering almost 3.7 billion out of the taxpayers' money. We masses, who are we to run to? What is our gain in this? Both sides are jubilating. I don't understand, and it's giving me a lot of headache. Thank you.
Please quickly react to that. So that will be our last call for today.
It's very unfortunate, my brother. I share your emotion too. I said it. Oyo State, the ordinary people in Oyo State, taxpayers, they are the losers. For people have collected money.
Will you then sacrifice it so that they don't lose?
No, if you say you sacrifice it, maybe what you will have loved Supreme Court to say is that
so that they can use money for development.
This governor should have been mandated to pay from his pocket. That will have served as a lesson and will be a lesson to all the governors who are in the habit of sacking democratically elected local.
Is that your parting shot now?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Your parting shot?
Yes.
Adeshoko.
For me, democracy wins. APC entering democratic culture, tenants in Oyo State and beyond. And we actually we are truly pace-setter states in Oyo State.
Ojasope.
Well, I will enjoin the electorate to come out en masse for next week's election. They should ignore all the noise and make sure that we continue in this democratic process.
Rotimi Johnson, Ojasope, PDP stalwart, is my guest on this program. Of course, Fatai Adeshokon, Sairaman from APC, is the APC publicist. And of course, the man Taturi Ekpa Adie Toje Iweni Ojabi. Honorable Abbas Aleshino, Argon Chairman of the State, congratulations one more time for democracy.
The role you played in entrenching democracy. The media as a whole, you people are wonderful.
Thank you very much. Yemi Sonde lórúkọ tèmi, a tún pàdé lágbára Ọlọ́run tó bá di ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ. Àmàlàyé àfẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ tutù. Máa ń gbádùn ẹ̀gọ́ ní gbígbóná gbà. Desmond to the G, Progress My Media, Julia Anthony, Prosper, Ṣóhùnmí àti Dàmọ́lá Ológunfe àti tó fara tó gírí lọ́hùn. A máa tún pàdé lágbára Ọlọ́run. Yemi Sonde Media House, Yemi Sonde Crescent, Fẹ́lẹ́lẹ̀ Express Bus Stop. Ibẹ̀ lọ́fíìsì wa wà www.yselimited.com 00355-29883. Ó dọjọ́ mẹ́jọ.
The opinions and views expressed by guests on this program are those of the guests and not an endorsement, opinion